Hi, Cathie Hatrick-Anderson here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. What you're going to see here is me training horses off-farm, working with horses and their owners that I've never met before. So a lot of times I'm working with problem horses. They won't get on the trailer, they're aggressive, turn their butts to their owners, hard to catch, and a lot of times I have to come up here. And then I make it come down here and it's nice and pretty. The reason I have to start up here is because I don't want to get hurt, and many times horses have been lied to by their owners. They'll ask them to move and then don't insist. The horse might turn their rear end to them, and so I have to come off a little strong to begin with to keep myself safe. So I'm just pretty much speaking the horse's language, posturing. I might throw a kick at them, simulate a bite. Even if they're not aggressive, I just want them to know that I know how to communicate with them. Imagine if you went to a foreign country and you didn't understand the language. People are talking to you, you're trying to talk to them, and there's no communication. Pretty soon you'd get frustrated, angry, and you just stop trying to communicate because nobody's listening to you, nobody's understanding you. So imagine a good analogy that I like to give my clients is a bunny rabbit. If you've seen a bunny rabbit out in the field, and then all of a sudden that bunny rabbit took off and chased a predator, chased a coyote, you'd call somebody. You'd say, oh my God, that predator just ran after the coyote, and the coyote turned tail and ran away. So a lot of times you'll see horses moving people's feet, and that's not natural. In the horse-human relationship, a horse should never move a human's feet. We don't yield to them. So if you have an aggressive animal and you yield to them, that's telling him he's the boss. Even if your animal's not aggressive, he might be a sweetheart, but if you yield to his feet, then he can't trust you to keep him safe. Okay? So, habla español, ¿quieres algo para comer? ¿Quieres papas fritas, carnitas? ¿Quieres algo para tomar? Jugo de naranja, cerveza? It's too early for that. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm just trying to make a point. If I mutilated that language, I apologize. I learned a little bit in Southern California. But my point is, I wouldn't try to teach you in a foreign language. When I'm working with my clients, I'm speaking their language. I'm showing them, I'm demonstrating. A lot of times they still don't get it, and that's why I speak the horse's language at first. So some people get offended by that. The horses never do. When they throw a kick at another horse, hide's missing, hair's missing, and sometimes a lot worse. So I'm no match for them. They outweigh me at 1,000 pounds by at least 10 pounds. So that's why I do what I do to keep safe. I don't have days or weeks or months to bond with them. Sometimes people say, oh, you should take your time and bond with them. People are at their wits' end when they call me to travel out to their farm. So they need results. They need results right away, tangible results. And they need tools that they can put into practice and work with their animal, because many times it's, I can't keep them anymore, I'm going to get kicked out of my barn. Sometimes in extreme cases the horse is going to be put down if I don't fix it. So I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing. It's not, videos aren't edited like some other trainers will edit it and show the good parts, or this is what you do if your horse won't do this. I'm actually working with horses on the spot, and when you see them on my channel, you know, it's already happened. I sometimes don't know what's going to happen, okay? And so that's why I do what I do. I thank you for watching. If you came to my channel to pick up a tip or two, if you don't like it, there's plenty other channels that you can go visit. And if you're a viewer, a new one or old one, I appreciate your viewership, and come back often, and happy trails. I worked with this horse a few years prior to this. He had a racing career, Standardbred, but then someone tried to put the first ride on him and it didn't go well. So you'll see I didn't just hop on him. I did some groundwork first. All by himself, without me grabbing him like that. So that's what we want him to teach him, to stop his own body. And hold. Walk up. He was cinchy, just getting his saddle put on him, so I was showing the owners, how to tack him up carefully. So when I want to lunge him and he wants to go fast, this means slow down, and if he's already at a halt, it means back up. Because before I put my fanny in the saddle, or bareback as it was in this case, I need to know the horse can respond to the things I'm asking him and get off the pressure of that halter if I'm sitting on him and asking him to back up. Meat of his chest and shank him. That's more sensitive. When a horse kicks, there's a hide missing off. You have to actually use your noggin now. Not just like... I don't remember how old he was, but probably around 5 or something, not sure. I had worked with him when he was a yearling. And then not again until this day. I told him I'd quit doing re-rides, but then that is when people don't call me to put a first ride and they have somebody else do it because it's free. Because people are willing to get on them that have never done it before. I really don't want to go and clean up the mess anymore at my age, but I did do it. Keep saying I won't do it, and then I keep doing it. It's so much more risky. I put the first rides on well over 350 horses and young horses at their facility or backyard like this, and never had a first ride buck. They didn't have a mounting block, so I used a Home Depot bucket. But that's what I do. I go out and work with horses in their own environment, and I'm not putting 30 days on them. I'm doing it in 2 hours. So I don't have time to bond with them and make friends with them. I'm just there to get the job done. But the system that I use, it's been working for me, and it's just how I work. You can see I don't use bits to work with problem horses. Even this one that bucked somebody off, I went off running buck and they bailed. I use a rope halter or Dr. Cook's bitless bridle. I get up and down and then go do it again so he can see nothing bad happen, just to reassure him. Get a nice pause, letting his air out, relaxing a little bit. I know I'm a tubblard, but a horse that's bucked somebody off before, I like to get on bareback so I don't get hung up in a stirrup. And I can feel what he's going to do before he does it. If I can stay in the middle of him. But usually I just get on bareback without the pad. Good. Well, you're fine. So he's just kind of stuck here, and I usually try to tap him to get him going forward. I do not want to kick him, and I don't want to squeeze him in the middle. I want to squeeze him once and ask him to go, so I got a dressage whip to get him going long. Now he's going along quick, but so do a one rein stop. Make sure I can shut him down. but he does really good. Thanks for watching.